Hello and welcome to the King's Picnic. My name's John. For today's drama story session, you're going to need some crayons or colouring pencils, some paper, some space around you and your amazing imaginations. You can join in today by acting out the characters or copying parts of the story. Are you ready? Let's go. Up on a hill was a woodland, and inside the woodland there was a beautiful garden that was covered in beautiful flowers of all different colours, and in the middle of the garden there was a castle with turrets that reached right up into the sky. The castle was covered with windows, and in one of those windows at the front stood a man with a crown, a little like this. And that man was King Jellyspoon the Second. Now, King Jellyspoon would normally have a whole team of people helping him in the castle. People to cook his food or tidy the garden, to run his bath, or even to help him get dressed. I tell you what, why don't we play some of the people that would help King Jellyspoon in his castle? Let's act out some of their jobs. In the castle kitchens, there would be the chef or a cook. And outside on the castle lawn, you would find the gardener. Ooh. And he was cutting the lawn with scissors so that it all looked perfect. Now, in the dungeons, there wasn't any prisoners, but in the dungeons there were lots and lots of cobwebs. So the cleaner would go down into the dungeons. And wipe away the cobwebs and brush them away too. So the king would have all of these people helping him normally, but this wasn't a normal time. No, everything had changed. The king said goodbye to all of his helpers. He sent them all home to be at home with their families, in their bubbles. And the king, well, he was left alone in the castle, rattling around, all on his own. He never saw anybody. The only people he did get to see were the delivery drivers who were bringing his food supplies. He never even saw anybody on Zoom. The Wi-Fi wasn't getting through the castle walls. But the king, he was a happy king, and you could tell that by his face. He looked like this. Could you do that? If you were a face today, what face would you be? Could you be happy? Would you be tired? Would you be frightened? Would you be angry? Well, our king, he was a happy king. And he stood at the window looking out. And he thought, how lovely it would be to get all of his kingdom back together once more. But how could he do it, he thought. No. He thought, no. And he thought, no. In fact, he spent so long thinking that day turned into night. He closed the curtains and he took his crown off and got ready for bed. He drank a glass of milk. He brushed his teeth. And he washed his face. Go on, you can wash your faces too. He yawned, he stretched, and he pulled up his kingly duvet and went to sleep. And while he was asleep, he had a dream. Well, I could have an amazing picnic for all of the people in the kingdom. They would then come to the picnic and we could all have some fun together. We could have games and music and, of course, lots of food. Oh, goody. And then he went back to sleep. In the morning, King Jellyspoon opened his eyes and remembered his dream. He reached for his crown and said, "Today is going to be a good day. Today is a day for action. Today, I'm going to need a big breakfast." What do you have for your breakfast? Well, King Jellyspoon, he had a big bowl of cereal. You can do this with me. He had toast. Oh, and a sausage sandwich. Oh, with some sauce. And a strawberry. The king gobbled up his breakfast and then sat down to write invites to the picnic for everybody in his kingdom. Dear friends. And he wrote lots and lots and lots of invitations for everybody in his kingdom. In fact, he was writing so much that his fingers got really tired. He had to shake them up in the air, down on the ground, in the air, in the middle, behind me, in front, and up again. And then his fingers were fine. How was he going to deliver all of the invitations to everybody in the kingdom? The king thought again. And he went outside to the royal carriage house. King Jellyspoon looked around the royal carriage house. Well, there were lots of carriages there, but he didn't have any horses because the horses had to go with his helpers. So he couldn't use the carriages. Oh dear. Then, in the corner of the room, he spotted a basket. And he pulled the basket out. Attached to the basket were some strings and then a little ball of fabric, of cloth, of all different colours. was the royal balloon. So he grabbed the basket, took it outside onto the lawn, and then started to inflate or blow up the balloon. Could you do that too? Let's all make ourselves really small in a little ball and then inflate. So, there we are. The king had his answer. He was going to fly around his kingdom in the hot air balloon and give his invites to everybody in his kingdom. He stepped into the balloon basket. He cut the rope and the balloon floated up, up, up into the air. The balloon was flying high all over through the clouds. He could see birds flying past. And as he looked down, he could see people like little dots. He pulled the string, shh, and the balloon gracefully dropped down. "Hello! Hello!" said the king. "It's your king! Hello there! I've got something for you," he said. And he reached into the balloon basket and he pulled out an invitation. "I'll pass it over the side of my basket." And he reached out and placed the invite over the side. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Dear friends, I would really like to celebrate the start of summer and request everyone in the kingdom attend an amazing royal picnic in the castle gardens. Please bring food to share. King Jellyspoon. Thank you! Thank you! Bye now! And the good news is that everybody is invited. So take a moment now to think about what food would you take to the king's picnic? And with your crayons or drawing pencils, create a picture of your favourite foods. So you might like fish finger sandwiches or chocolate cake or fruit salad. So take 5 minutes now just to draw and colour in the food that you would take to the king's picnic. In fact, I'm going to go and do mine now. You've got 5 minutes. Just a few seconds left now. It's almost time to put down your colouring pencils and crayons. Look at your work. Oh, thank you for drawing your favourite picnic foods. The big day has arrived. You and your family walk to the castle gardens. You walk over a spongy field, over a wobbly bridge, and through the royal woodland. Finally, you get to the castle gardens, and in the gardens is the longest picnic table you have ever seen. It's covered with all sorts of different foods. There's all sorts of different colours, from yellow bananas to orange carrots and red peppers. In fact, it looks just like a rainbow. Now, they do say that you should eat a rainbow of foods of all sorts of different colours every day. So next time you go to a supermarket, have a look and see whether you can spot all of the different colours in the foods, in the fruits and vegetables. Let's play a game with colours. This game is called Touch a Colour. So I'm going to say a colour, and then you have got to go and touch something that is that colour in your house. Okay? Is that all right with everybody? So I'll say colour, you go and touch it, and then come back to the screen. Okay, the colour is something yellow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. The next colour that you've got to touch is the colour blue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, back to the screen. And the final colour that you've got to touch is something green. Have a look around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So that's touch a colour. And you could play that as well, maybe after this is finished. So now we're all at the picnic. And the king has very kindly asked if we could take a photograph so that he can remember this very special day. So after 3, I'd like everybody to freeze, just like a photograph. Are you ready? So move, move, move. And 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So you've got to keep frozen. So keep your faces frozen and your bodies frozen. So remember then, we're at the picnic. We haven't started eating yet. So think about what your person might be doing at the picnic. They could be playing with their friends. They could be climbing on the equipment. They could be enjoying the sunshine. It's up to you. So I'd like you to get into a freeze then after 3. So think of one of those things. 1, 2, 3. And freeze. Excellent. So now you're in your freeze. You can relax actually for a moment. But when you get back into your freeze, I want you to think about something that your character might say. Okay? So think about something that they might say. So I'll go into my freeze and I'll just give you an example. Freeze. And then I'll say, I'm really enjoying spending time with my friends. Okay, so I'm going to give you a moment to move around now. So you could be climbing equipment, as we've said, or you could be sunbathing. It's up to you. So get back into your freeze again. 3, 2, 1, and freeze. And now, all together, we're going to say what we're thinking or feeling. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Great stuff. The king said he'd like to play a game with everyone at the picnic. And this was the game. I'm going to teach you a game and it's called Stop, Go, Jump and Clap. And I'd like everybody to follow what I do. So what you've got to do is this. You've got to go, go, go and then stop. Okay, let's have a practice. So go, 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 stop. Excellent, everybody's got that, haven't they? And then the next part is you've got to jump. Jump. And clap. And clap. Okay? So let's put them all together. So go, 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 stop, jump, clap, clap, jump, go, 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 stop. And then what the king did next was to mix things around. So he said, when I say go, you have got to stop. And when I say stop, you have got to go. Shall we give that a go? Are you ready? So, go. You can't move, you've got to stop, haven't you? So, go. Go. Oh, stop. Go. Excellent. And then the opposites as well now. So if the king said clap, you would have to jump. That's right. Okay? And if he said jump, you would have to clap. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Should we have a go at the king's game? So let's do the opposites. If I say go, you stop. Stop, you go. Jump, you clap. And clap, you jump. Hey, let's give it a go. Are you ready? Stop. Go. And stop. and clap, and clap, and jump, and jump, and clap. Nearly caught myself out then. Now we've all played stop, go, jump, clap, I think it's time that we had some food. But I'd just like to take one more picture. So everybody washed their hands and stood up next to the really long picnic table. They stood looking at all the different types of food. And just before they got to eat, the king took a picture. So show with your faces and your bodies how you're feeling about what's on the table in front of you. Okay, are you ready? We're going to go for a freeze again. So 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, so we've got a freeze, we've got a picture for the king. So what foods are you going to try? Now, you could eat the food that you've brought with you, but because there are lots of different things on the table, and we were all asked to bring food to share, maybe now is a good time to try some different things. Okay, let's have a look. There's some spaghetti. There's, a bowl of soup. Oh, hot soup. Oh, there's some chocolate cake. And ice cream. And a great big bowl of fruit. Ooh, I'm going to have a grape. So all of the people stood around the picnic table eating all the different types of food and sharing all the foods with each other. The king stood and watched everybody eating all of the colourful foods at the giant picnic table. Oh, he smiled to himself. He was happy. In fact, he'd never been so happy. Do you know, I don't think I've ever felt as happy as this. Having all of my kingdom, all of my friends together in the castle gardens, having a picnic, playing games and listening to music. Oh, this is something that I've got to do again. And you know, the king, he decided that he would host a picnic in the castle gardens every year. Everybody applauded. Everybody clapped. They thought it was great fun. Give yourself a round of applause too. That's the end of our drama session today. Maybe soon you could have a picnic and have your own King's Picnic. Thank you for taking part, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.